brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now, this defense for the Commanders, it's much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Cut. Go, 12, 180.
Goff now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go, cut! 20!
First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Panthers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to battle ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
180! Average wall!
A shotgun snap for Goff. Pass to the sideline and put it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They run here with Dowdle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They run again with Dowdle. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
20.
They go ahead and snap it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
45-yard line.
The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready?
Here's Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Krosky-Merritt. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Here we go.
To the air goes Daniels. Setting up the screen, Krosky-Merritt. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick.
Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Jake Moody now for the point after. The kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This is Jimmy Horn Jr. to return it. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Gone. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 14 yards that time for number 14.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw is gone. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, lift.
Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, tonight. Hey, Shell. Black 20. 5. Hey, let's go. Go ground. What's that?
Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To the air again. Goff. Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Go, 12.
Out of the gun. Goff. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
14. Super 66.
Now Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Play action, now it's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
And they're on 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Goff now looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
4 down. Value 1. Turbo set.
Gone. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
180.
Throwing again is gone. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second and 10.
We go tonight. Horrible. What's that?
Here's Goff. Touchdown, Panthers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there on a Washington first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A big play that time through the air. 43 yards.
First down. First and goal, Washington.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The final shot before break here. Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side. coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Daniels looking to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cut. 180. 4 now.
Now gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Obama. Twos. Louis. What's that?
Here's Goff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Hey, 5.
At their 48-yard line.
Again, Goff. Open man right side to St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
Panthers first down.
Go, 12, go.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Goff. Over the middle, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game.
2 for 1.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Hey, lift. Hey, kill.
Here's Goff. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
5.
Back to throw. Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Locating St. Brown for another catch. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Goff throwing again. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Panthers 20. Panthers 14.
Boy, it's only a one-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Working out of the gun, Daniels. They'll swing this out to Krosky-Merritt. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
2-yard gain on the play.
Here we go. 19 Chargers, go.
Here's Daniels. To the right side and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
To throw is gone. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Whoa.
At the 49-yard line.
Hey, Cal. 180.
Goff. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hell, you want back here. 12, 20. 5. Hey, 5.
Out of the gun, Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Daniels going to keep it. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now Daniels going to keep it. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Let's go now. Go.
Throwing now is Daniels. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Daniels with a give to Kroski Merritt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Come on. Hey.
To throw is Daniels. A quick throw there is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Touchdown! Ben Sinnott. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Ready?
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead.
Panthers 21.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Go tonight. 180.
Goff now looking to throw. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Gone. And it's pulled in by St. Brown over the middle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
To the air again. Goff. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Now it's gone. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart and moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Goff now to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready! 19-18. Ready!
The drive begins with a carry by Krosky Merritt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Ready!
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Come on. Nothing nice.
Now Daniels. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Daniels looking to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down. Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on fourth down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Daniels going to throw for it. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Like 20.
A running play. It's Dowdle. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
15 yards. That's another Panthers first down. First down and goal to go.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. That was an